Hey Study Squad, it's me, Angie. I have just filmed 3 videos in a row, so I'm really doing the most right now. Today's video was requested on Instagram and it's how I study Chinese. So a little context on myself. I have been learning Chinese for just over 4 years now. I'd say I'm upper intermediate maybe. I'm quite confident in Chinese. I can read, write, listen, speak, and when I went to China this summer, I survived basically. My host family mum could understand what was going on, so I think I'm all right at Chinese. So there are 6 bases to learning any language: grammar, vocab, reading, writing, listening, and speaking. I'm going to try and cover all of them in this video without making it too long. Chinese grammar. So when it comes to grammar, in every language, if you've learned any language before, you know there's past tense, present tense, future tense, word order. There's lots of things, and what I would say is choose a system you like. If you've looked at the GCSE system and you like it, learn the grammar that's required for that syllabus. If you've looked at HSK and you're like, that's pretty decent, learn the grammar for that. Me personally, I have looked at different alternatives for Chinese, and I have found that for most languages, I like the GCSE system, and even in the future when I'm older and I want to learn the language, I will probably use the GCSE system as a base, because with the new GCSE language, it's good. Like, it might be difficult, but it is a good base for learning a new language. So once you've decided that, there will be a tick list on a specification of what you need to learn. So for GCSE Chinese, we do present tense, the present continuous, we do conditional, we do 2 past tense markers minimum, and we do 2 future tense markers. Yeah, I think that's all that we do when it comes to tenses. When it comes to grammar, we learn a lot of structures like yo ... yo, like chu ... chu, like ebn ... ebn. And I think having a structure from a school, from a uni, a lot of pre-U courses, if you're looking for something that is a similar level to GCSE, but you're not looking to start from day dot and you are just looking to jump into it, I would definitely recommend especially the Cambridge pre-U course. It's pretty much the same content when it comes to vocab and grammar as the GCSE course. There's a bit more very specific grammar to do with Chinese culture, but yeah, that's a good place to start from when it comes to grammar. Pinterest is also awesome, and Chinese Pod 101 and Chinese Class 101. They're 2 different things. One of them is just an independent YouTube channel. Another one is part of a brand called Innovative, and they are a company that basically offer language school and YouTube channels and things like that for 34 languages, I think it is. I think they've added more languages now, so it's probably closer to 40. But that would be an amazing place to go to find grammar. A lot of the time I learn new vocab from Pinterest. If you just search learn Chinese, it will come up. I've spent way too long on grammar. Let's go to vocab. Vocabulary. This is my advice for you. The vocab that sticks is the vocab that's relevant. And when it comes to relevant vocab, that's up to you. If you're a gynecologist, go learn your gynecological words. If you're into science fairs like me, I did this with Spanish. I learned my ciencias, I learned my carbon dioxide, I learned my subject-specific words that were interesting to me. That's great. But if you're looking not just to learn things interesting to you, but you want to learn the language, you want to be able to survive, I would recommend you, whatever system you've chosen for grammar, learn the vocab for that. So the new GCSE, I would say, I don't know how much stuff you will find right now, because I know none of us are making new flashcards. We're just copying and pasting from different ones and making new sets. I would say definitely IB Chinese and pre-U Chinese. If you go on Quizlet, you will find flashcards for all of that. And if you're not looking to use flashcards, even though I would recommend that's the best thing to use, on those sites like Quizlet and Memrise, you can download the vocab in a big Word document and you can do what you wish with that. When it does come to when it comes to flashcards in Chinese, Anki is what my old Chinese teacher told me about, and I know a lot of people from the West who are used to the Roman alphabet, I think it is it Latin, Roman, Greek? The alphabet that we use in English, they use Anki when they're learning character languages, so Hindi, Arabic, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, and it's useful because it works on your forgetting curve and it gives you flashcards at a certain rate, so I definitely recommend that for vocab. Me personally, what I've done is I've gotten all the old GCSE Chinese vocab and the new topics. I've gone to IB Chinese and I've made them into one big set for Chinese, and that's how I'm learning vocab. But there are lots of different methods, and I will probably do a video on the 8 methods of learning vocab in a different language. The next thing is the 4 skills. When it comes to Chinese speaking, you just gotta speak. There are things like Hello Talk, iTalki, Live Mocha, Ling. Like, there's so many sites for talking to Chinese people, or literally go on Instagram, put hashtag a random city in China, and you will find people. You just have to talk. I know a lot of universities offer language cafes, but I don't know how many universities offer Chinese. So if you want to do a language cafe, which is essentially when you go and talk to people in a different language or hear people talking a different language, do your research. Next skill, listening. Listen to Chinese music, listen to Chinese podcasts. I know that Chinese Pod and Chinese Class 101 offer them. And watch Chinese dramas. The Chinese between Taiwan, Singapore and mainland China will differ. So if you're going to do a formal examination, stick to mainland China, not Hong Kong, no one else. But if you're just learning Chinese for yourself, let yourself loose. I know I love Singaporean dramas, but I have to watch more mainland China because I'm doing mainland China stuff. We've done speaking, listening, reading. Get yourself some Chinese children's book. I have done a video, I think my last video is on how to revise using books and stuff. Read Chinese children's books, read Chinese blogs, read Chinese, anything you can read in Chinese. Turn your phone in Chinese. Read Chinese. Now, time for the elephant in the room. Can I even find Chinese writing? See, I'm looking around my room and I can't seem to find my Chinese writing book. I've advertised it in a lot of other videos. It's a red book and that's what I use to practice Chinese writing, but also linking back to what I said about vocab and grammar, I use the GCSE writing practice questions to help me writing because it's a wide scope. I now can talk in Chinese about my opinion on relationships and families. I found it, boys, I found it. I can talk about the environment, I can talk about social issues and things like my work experience placement and bénévole, charity work. There we go. This is the book I use. I love it. I love it. And I use a lot of printouts that you can find online. A lot of schools offer printouts. With that said, that's all my tips on learning Chinese. I hope they have been useful. As always, make sure you smile, subscribe, study hard, slay hard, and I will see you again very soon. Bye!